What is going on, party people? I have a song for you.
Here I come.
You can't hide. Gonna find you and make it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. That is attraction marketing, my friends. You're going to find some people and you're going to make them want to be with you. I have to do a dub smash of that. I think it's pretty funny. What's going on, Alicia? I like starting my webinars with music. If you're new, welcome. This is what I do. So I'm going to let some people hop on. I kind of hopped on a minute or so early. What's up, Donna? Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, I like to have fun. I'm like the Ellen of webinars. You know, we got to start with music. And I was thinking of this song because it's, I don't know, it just reminded me of attraction marketing when she said that. What's up, Lisa? What's up, girl? Here I come. You can't hide. We're going to talk about this today. Let's see if Cassie's on because she's going to be chilling with me today. You can't hide. Gonna find you. All right. So I'm just going to give people a few minutes to get on. There's a fly in my room. It's driving me crazy. We've been leaving our doors open to let our slab dry out because we're doing construction at our house. And so bugs are just like part of our family right now. It's awesome. So Cassie, I shared the stage with you, girl, just so you know. Oh, I already sent that. And Alicia, will you be there in Orlando with Ray and Jess? I don't know yet. I'd love to be there. I actually have a week-long event in April that I'm going to be attending and actually teaching at. I'm really excited. And so I don't know. We'll see. They're pretty back-to-back. I would like to be there. So we'll put it out there that I'll show up. So going to just give people a few minutes to get on. If you're hopping on, just say where you're coming in from. And let's see, today we're talking all about just how to get visible, becoming very, very social. You know, a lot of times we focus so much on activities that are actionable, but not necessarily communicating with people and getting in front of people in the most simplest form. And no, Cassie, don't tell me that. Okay. It said I already sent it. Okay, so let me cancel the share. Okay, I'm canceling. I'm sharing it again. Hopefully you see it. So, you know, there's so many different things that you can do. There's Cassie. This is a milestone. Can we hear you? Yay! Yay! I can't hear you that much. Let me turn this music.
Oh, hold on.
So everybody, this is Cassie. I've been working with Cassie forever. She's awesome. And I like not talking to myself. So
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Do you have a microphone? Is that like an actual microphone?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, got it. I should use mine. I never do. I'm so bad about it. I have the same one, but silver. I do when I do my courses, recording for courses and stuff, but so, Annette, Alicia, Kelly, glad you guys are hopping on. So how many of you guys just feel this overwhelming, I don't know what to do because I'm following so many people and this person blogs and this person does email and this person does YouTube and this person does videos and this person does lives. And so you're just like, what do I do? Like, what am I supposed to do? I know I've been there. Cassie, I know you've been there. So you have to go back to fundamentals. And I kind of, you know, a lot of people right now are super into Facebook ads. And I think Facebook ads are great, but you can't automate what you don't know how to manually do. And what you need to learn to do is develop a skill set, get really, really good at something. It doesn't really matter what the thing is. Pick the thing that you feel you have a strength in, right? Like for me, I sing. Cassie, do you sing?
No.
So like for Cassie to go out there and be like, well, Jen's singing, so I'm going to go sing because that seems to be working for her. Like it's not necessarily going to work that well for Cassie because Cassie doesn't sing. So you have to, it's the same thing in marketing. Like you have to find the thing that you feel like you'll best communicate with your audience on. So whether it be, blogging, let me just say this about blogging. Blogging's great. If you're doing videos, if you're creating content on the daily, if you have content to put onto a blog, it's great to have a blog. But remember, you still need an audience. Like you need an audience that will go to your blog. If you don't have an audience on Facebook, having a blog is not going to help you. You always have to think of the thing that you need to do first. Like what is going to help you get from point A to point Z? A lot of times people are trying to skip over those fundamental things because they find, oh, this person's doing this and it's working for them. Yeah, but that's not like, Ray Higdon runs huge amounts of ads, but that's not how he started. He started by getting 20 no's every single day for 6 months. Okay. Like that was, in order to like get good, you have to start with at the basic fundamentals of learning how to communicate with people. I did a video earlier this week. Running ads is not going to help you. It's going to help you get a bigger audience. But if you don't know how to communicate with that audience, write an email to that audience, create content for that audience, and get good at chatting, getting on the phone with people, like having more people coming towards you is just going to stress you out, and you're still not going to get results. And you're just spending money to get no results. So does that make sense, Cass?
Yeah, totally. No, definitely. Yeah, and you really want to get clear on like who you're trying to attract and keeping them there, because people aren't going to come. Like that's the thing, is you can go and build a huge audience, but if you're not focusing on how you're going to keep that audience entertained and keep them wanting to follow you, they're just going to disappear and go follow someone else. If you have to give them a reason to follow you as well, right? So getting good at something that's going to keep them wanting to come back and see what you have to offer.
Exactly. You have to, and that's where getting clear on your message and what you want to put out to the world, like how you serve and the products that you can offer and the solutions that you can provide. You have to know that stuff even before you start building a brand. I've been talking a lot about what Gary Vee posted last week, all about just getting good at like learning something about something, building an expertise in something, and having something to offer to people before you even start building a brand. A lot of people just go straight to brand building when you got to get clear on what you're branding exactly. So you always want to make sure you're going through all the steps. It's like building IKEA furniture. Like you're not going to start on page 12. You got to start building it from page 1, else you're going to be screwed up later. So it's really, really important you stop looking around at what everybody else is doing and saying, okay, what chapter am I on? Where am I at? And what do I need to do? I'll tell you guys just as an example, for me right now, I don't really run ads. I've been putting out some posts lately and people are like, you need to run an ad to that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll figure that out in a second. But my main thing is building a list. I'm so adamant about building my list, and I meet people every single day. And, I do webinars. I create content. I create freemiums. I'm doing things to serve and give free value, but I'm also wanting to build a relationship with people by having a list and being able to invite you to more webinars and give you more free stuff. And then sometimes I'm going to throw something out there that may strike a chord with you that, yeah, you may have to buy, but that's just what we do. So, so if you figure out the thing you want to get good at, for me, it's writing. Like, people tell me that I'm already a good copywriter, but I want to get better. I want to continually, I want to get so good that it's undeniably good. Like you can't resist anything that I put out there. It's going to relate or strike a chord with somebody. And it takes a long time to just get good at a skill. So I actually have this little journal, and I have 2 copywriters that I've narrowed down that I study religiously, and I rewrite their emails. Like I rewrite them. I take an email, I look at it, and I actually handwrite it. My husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm rewriting someone's emails. He's like, okay. So But this is how you get good at that skill. You start studying how people did it. And I'm not just rewriting emails that people are sending me today. I'm going back to the very beginning of when they started writing emails. And I'm seeing what they did when they got started. How did they communicate? How did they talk? What kind of things were they offering to their list? I want to have a plethora of different angles, different ways to promote, different ways to, really find my voice as a writer. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take consistency in writing to my list every single day. So you want to basically find the copywriters, Alicia, that work best for you. The ones that relate, that like where you feel like you relate to them most. For me, my mentor, Diane Hockman, and Ben Settle. I love Ben Settle, and they're for very different reasons. They're both very different writers. And Ben, though, is hilarious. He's just so funny. And what I love about Ben is he only offers one product every single time. He has his email players playbook thing and literally every single email he's offering it to his list, and they have to pay monthly for it. And I study him for angles, because he has to come up with different angles in his content every single day, but he's still offering the same thing. So when people think, well, I've already promoted that, or I've already talked about that, you got to find a different way to talk about it. Because you only have so many products, you only have so many solutions. So you've got to get good at creating those angles, right? But figure out the thing. Maybe for you, it's blogging, maybe for you, it's getting really good on camera, getting good at doing Facebook Lives. Study the people that came before you that dominate in that area, and really, really spend time in that area. Don't be all over the place. I have a blog. I throw things up on it. I don't sit there and SEO it and I can't even say optimize it or all that stuff. Like, I just have it there, so it's there, and I can promote the content. Like, you got to get good at promoting the content. So all this ties into what we're going to be talking about today, because you have to get good at communicating with people and get good at being social on Facebook. And I'm actually going to be sharing my screen to show you guys what I've been doing. I know Cassie does this. And Cassie, when you first started doing it, did you think it was kind of like, this isn't going to work? Or what was your thoughts on it?
Oh, this microphone. Okay. Yeah, at first I was like, why am I doing this? This kind of seems like pointless. But the more you do it, the more consistent that you are doing it, and the more that you, I guess, pull people in, the better that you're going to see results coming from it. So yeah, at first I thought, I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, why am I doing this? And I know I stopped doing it for a while. And then I started doing it again, and then realized, okay, no, I know why I'm doing this now.
It's interesting that you say that, because it took me a long time to wrap my head around the simplicity of it, because it's so simple that it feels like it's not going to work, because you've been learning all these crazy strategies in prospecting and what to say and like how to hunt people down. Even though I'm an attraction marketer, I'll tell you right now, I hate prospecting. I don't want to prospect. I don't like prospecting. I want to get, my mantra is Lauryn Hill's ready or not, here I come. Like, I'm gonna go find some people to like let them know I exist. But I'm going to make them want to be like, hang out with me and say hi to me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just go out there and let people know, hey, I exist. I'm a person. And then if they come to my page, they're going to see what I represent. They're going to see my content. They're going to see how I can help them. It's not going to be a question. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. I want to challenge all of you to go look at the last 10 posts that you posted on your page, and is there something that you offered to lead people into a way for you to profit? Is there valuable content? I'm not talking about philosophy from dead people's quotes. I'm talking about content, like value, like giving people tips, giving people actual insights into solving their problems, You know, do you have valuable content that you are putting on your page? Not just, you know, anybody can go to Google, find an image and paste it on their Facebook. I'm talking like, what is your knowledge? What is your wisdom? What freemium offers are you providing to people to lead people to your products? You know, this is like the stuff that creates success. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't know how this will work with 3 of us, but, or like with 3 little windows. Well, I think I can blow this up though, right? Can I blow it up? How does that work? Yeah. Can you see it fully?
Yeah, blow it up.
Huh? You can?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So I'm on Facebook now. Can you see that?
Not yet. There we go.
Okay. So let me close these. Okay. So I'm basically going to walk you guys through some of these processes of what you should be doing on a daily basis. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it. Like, I mean, no reason. It's so dumb. It's so stupid simple. You could do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer. And last week I made a post that I had cleaned out my friend requests. I basically had hundreds of friend requests that I had to go through. And I was always in this debate of like, should I wait so I can have a conversation with all of them, or should I just accept them all? Because, you know, if they're just sitting in your friend request, they're following you, but you're not following them. So there's no rapport building happening. You're not getting to know these people, and they're not really getting to know you. So you want to just accept them. Like if you have an overload, like how many of you have an overload of friend requests right now? Yeah, well, Cassie, yeah, over 100. Okay, so here's the thing about that is that if you have a ton of friend requests, they're just sitting there, and like, how long have you had them? Like if you go and try to accept a friend request that they friend requested you like 3 months ago, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're really interested in connecting. Like, you know, it's kind of just weird at that point. It's better just to accept the friend request and then make sure you go back later and build the rapport. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So the way you do that, now I already accepted like 20 friend requests the other day. And I typically do 20 at a time, because when you go to your personal page, you go to friends and you go to recently added friends, the last 20 that you added will show up. These were the last 20 people that I connected with, right? Well, I think more show up, but the first 20 are the most recently ones that I've added. So now I can come in here and just, you know, take a deeper look. Now that we're friends, and when I have some time, I'll go through and take a deeper look. Like I've already had a conversation with Kylie. I've already messaged out to Jennifer. Some of these people I've already talked to, but the ones that I haven't, I need to go back in and make sure, like, do I really have a connection with Frank? Like, and it's not to say that Frank wouldn't be cool to connect with, but if I go to his page, there's a few things that I look at. Hold on, my husband's iPad is ringing. I hate that he has that connected to his phone. It drives me crazy. So I can tell right now, looking at Frank, we do not have anything in common. So we do have 9 mutual friends, but Frank likes fishing and Frank loves hunting or what, like this. And Frank has not posted anything since March 6th. So Frank is not very active. He enjoys fishing, gardening, spending time with the family, and playing with our cats. Me and Frank are not a match. Okay, like I accepted the friend request because we did have some mutual friends in common, but this is where you want to go look back. Like when you have some time to actually go look at your new friends, you can make a better decision on like, okay, yeah, do we really want to be? And then for whatever reason, my computer is being super slow, which is awesome. It could be because I have all these things open here. Who knows? Who knows? So I'm going to unfriend Frank. Frank seems cool, but we're not a match. Cassie, are you still there too?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Can you see the questions too, or no? Just
Yes. I can see
okay,
the
yeah. So just let me
questions.
know if there is any. And then and then same thing with this Esteban. We have, I don't know. Let me see why. You want to, there's certain things you want to look at with friends. He posted yesterday photos. He's from a place that lives in Colombia. We have 97 mutual friends, so that's why I accepted him, because I'm like, okay, well, he obviously runs with some sort of crowd that I run with. He does get engagement on his page. He does speak another language, so I don't even know. I doubt we would be able to have a conversation because it doesn't look like we even speak the same language. So because of that, I'm going to unfriend him. I'm sure he's awesome, but it's not my person, right? I'm looking for people who are looking for me that I know we would have like some sort of common ground with, right? Now, Jennifer, she seemed so familiar to me. We have 98 friends in common. We have the same name. So there's that for starters. And I always open the link in a new tab just to kind of look around. And you just want to take a few minutes. Okay, Jennifer shared Jessie Lee's video. Maybe she's in Jessie Lee's team. I know who Jessie Lee is, so I know what company she might be with. Maybe that's why she looks so familiar. Which I think that's why she looks familiar, actually, now that I think about that. So
I know she does.
yeah, so I'm thinking she's probably on Jessie Lee's team. Just an assumption. And you can tell by mutual friends, like, okay, maybe I know Stacy, I know what company she's with. I know Debbie and what what community she's a part of. So there's a lot of different ways we could be friends. I don't know, but I sent her a message. And this is how, if you have a lot of friend requests, just go accept them, accept like 20 at a time. And then when you have some downtime, just go in and connect with them. Or the other thing you could do is when you have friend requests, I'll show you what to do with that. But this is just to clear out. Like, you want a clean slate with your friends, okay? So if you have 100, 200, I know some people who have like 800. I'm like, go clean that out. Go get those people as your friends. And then just say, hey, like, as you have time, like 20 a day, just shoot them, you can accept them and then just go shoot them a quick message and say, hey, cool to connect. So you don't have to sit there and start a crazy conversation, because if you're rocking awesome content on your page, they're going to come seek you out. They're conditioned to prospect you too, by the way. You know that? Everybody's conditioned to prospect you. So you really don't have to say much. You can say whatever, and people who are out looking for something or seeking something, they're going to start a conversation with you. So does that make sense? Any questions on that? No, good. So,
I don't see any. Not yet.
So basically, you want to start by just cleaning it out. So I cleaned out mine the other day. Do you accept everybody? No, I don't accept everybody. So now I'm going to show you guys. I just cleaned mine out the other day, and I already have people friend requesting me. And I'm not talking about like people's names I can't, pronounce and creepy guys. I'm talking like I'm getting actual targeted people coming towards me that have a lot of mutual friends. This is good. You want to have a lot of mutual friends in common. You don't want to have like, can I see? Let me see all, because I know there's probably some people on here where I'm like, negative ghostwriter.
Annette has a question.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
She says, I don't accept everyone either. What do you do when people ask you why you unfriended them?
I don't ever get that question. I've never got that question. Have you, Cassie?
No, because usually they're not.
They usually don't know. Like, that's kind of, unless they're stalking you. I don't know. They usually don't know. And you could just tell them, well, I had to make room on Facebook, because to meet more people. If you don't ever talk, or if you don't have a relationship with them, I don't know why they would be questioning. But yeah, I would just, I don't know, just say what you feel would be best, I guess. I've never had that. People don't typically, they don't typically come back and call you out on it. Or if you felt like it was a mistake, you could be like, oh, I actually didn't unfriend you. Like if they want to be friends with you, go back and refriend them, just say, oh, I didn't realize I unfriended you. Or if you have a reason, is there a specific reason why you unfriended them? Then just let them know that, hey, if we're going to be friends, let's actually be friends, Like this guy, yeah, Michael, he's in marketing management and business, but he doesn't look like, it's not my cup of tea so much, only because there's no content here. He doesn't have a cover photo. I mean, typically like I don't even know if this is a real account. So we're going to delete that. So first, when I go through my friend requests, I'm just looking to see like, who do I need to delete? Because I don't accept everybody. I'm looking for quality people. And this guy, John, we only have 3 mutual friends, and I used to work there. We only have 3 mutual friends, and he only has 36 friends. This is not someone that's very active in what I do. So sorry, John. So you're just basically now, like once you've cleaned out your friend requests, you don't have as many to go through all the time. So you can go through and accept 10 new friend requests a day. That's meeting 10 new people a day. That's all you need to do, 10 to 20 new people a day. Meet 10 to 20 new people. And when I say meet, literally go see what they're about and say hello to them. March 29th of 2016. Yeah, he hasn't posted, or maybe he has. Here's the other thing. If I accept his friend request, maybe there's more content, but because he's hiding his content, it shows me that he's not really open for business, or he's not, it says internet marketing expert. Okay, well, an internet marketing expert would not be hiding their content. So let's delete that. So you just got to be a little picky and pre-qualify your people, pre-qualify who you want to connect with. Like Anita, we only have 3 mutual friends in common. And I can't even say I know these people. I don't even know who these people are that I'm friends with. So obviously I have some reconnecting to do, but she posted 23 hours ago. I typically like to accept people that I have more mutual friends in common with. Empowering your life, but she has some good content that she's putting on here. I love us. I kind of look to see how often they post. February 23rd was the last time she posted, and then just 23 hours ago. So she's not very active either. Let me see what happens if I accept her friend request. Maybe she has. See, now I see all her stuff. You don't want this happening on your page, guys, to where people can't see your content unless they're your friend. You don't want that, because I haven't posted this graphic yet, but I made it yesterday. Shalene Johnson had said something on a post, and I just turned what she said into a quote, basically saying, having a private account is like opening up a store, turning off the lights, and hanging a sign that says closed for business. You do not want your account to be private in any way, shape, or form. If people are haunting you from your past, block their booties and get into business, because you don't want them holding you back from people not being able to see your stuff. I typically would have just deleted her, because it looks like she doesn't ever post. So I'm like, well, she's not very active. So you want to make sure your stuff is visible. Now that we're friends, all I'll do is I'll either come over here, because sometimes when you accept people's friend requests, you can't even write on their wall because they still don't have their settings set up properly. So I'll just say, hey, Anita, cool to connect with you. That's it. I don't need to say anything else. I'm busy. Unless there's a reason for me to say something, like maybe like I met a girl yesterday who we both have 2 kids, boy, girl, similar ages. So it was a conversation starter. I don't really have anything. Oh my OMG, I can't find the broom. Okay, this I don't know what this is. I don't really have anything to talk about with her right now, but I am letting her know I'm someone approachable, that she can have a conversation with me if she wants to. And you know, if I see something I like, I'll go like it. But just sending her the message activates her to you to where she will start seeing your content. This is why your content is so important, because your content will do a lot of the talking for you and will attract people to you. So let's see here. This girl, Lee, it looks like she's in Unique from what I can tell. She posted 42 minutes ago, living life. We have 7 mutual friends. I like donuts. We just went to the donut store this morning. So I could say, hey, just went to the donut store this AM too, right? So I'm just being personable, building rapport, although that's not even her post, but that's all good.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Annette said you can type a person's name in and even see how your page is viewed. And then she asked a question saying, how do you respond to someone who asks what you do without finding out about you?
Without finding out about you.
So are you like, do you mean without telling them what company you're in or something like that? Is that what you mean, Annette?
The whole what you do thing, it's so overcomplicated. Just tell people what you do. I mean, the thing is, it baffles me when people ask me that, because I'm like, it's very apparent on my page what I do. Like, I'm just like, well, as far as I can tell, we both do the same thing. Like, I work online, you know. If they're saying what company or, you know, what company are you with? I mean, you just say what space you work in. I work in the health and wellness space. I'm building a business online, you know. That's what your newsletter is for. If people get too detailed, I'll be like, you know what? I share all kinds of, like, all the things that I do, I talk about on my newsletter. Are you on my newsletter? Because if you know, I'll share a bunch of stuff over there. I don't just do one thing. So I don't sit there and write a list to people about what I do. Or I'll just direct people to my blog and be like, oh, I wear a lot of different hats. I work online, but you can kind of check out what I do over here. And just direct people to my blog. That's what your blog's for. It gives people all kinds of insight into what you do. So I don't have first date conversations with people. Like, I just don't. Like, those kind of questions to me are just like, you know, that awkward first date. It's like, what's your favorite color? You know, what do you do? How, you know, what are your hobbies? Like, I just don't, I mean, I can see it on their page. And if someone, like, to me, I don't like to, I won't ask that question unless it's not really obvious on their page. You know, I'll be like, so do you work online or what's your story? You know? But most people, like, I already know what this girl does. She's in Unique. I can tell because I can recognize the founders. She has the little plaque here. She's wearing, you know, the purple hearts all over the place. That's the whole Unique thing. I already know that that's what she does. So I'm not going to, it's really important that you take a look at someone's profile before having a conversation with them, or like, I'll respond to her request, you know, and then, I'll just write a comment here. Hey, Lee, whoops. And actually you want to tag too. Make sure you tag them so they get it. So nice to meet you. Not only, you know, is Lee going to see this, so is everybody else. They'll be like, who's Jen, right? So you can post it there. You can message her here. But all I want to do is activate people so I start seeing their posts come up in my news feed. So that way I can start building more rapport. Like, this girl tagged her in this post. So I'm getting into this conversation. You know, you want to find threads that have a lot of talk on them, because you can come in and like other people's comments. You can reply. I can reply to this guy, Kyle. I know, those are so cool, right? I'm getting into it. It's like if you go to a barbecue and there's like you know how you just you roll with different groups of friends? Like when my son has a party, or my daughter, we have a birthday party for her. Do you guys ever throw a party, but then you have different groups of friends that come over, right? Like you maybe have friends, coworkers are maybe there, and then maybe you have like your friends from high school, or you have like just neighbors. Like there's all these different groups, and they're all going to migrate and talk to the people that they know. So you're just basically walking up to one of those groups and joining in on the conversation. You're not going to roll up into the conversation and say something weird. You're just going to roll up and see what they're talking about, and gradually interact and comply or agree or something with the people. So I'm coming into Threads. I'm not being weird to Kyle and being like, hey, Kyle, super cool to meet you. Yeah, I totally think those are cool too. Like I'm just coming in and saying, oh, I know. I'm just responding to what he's saying and trying to get into the conversation. We did just go to the dentist store this morning, so that's why I said that. And, you know, I'll like what Lee said, you know, because I'm wanting to get to know her. I'm wanting to build rapport with her. I don't need to go down and be a stalker and on every post either. Like just if you see something, I resonated with this because I was just at the donut store. So that's why I posted on it. You want to be natural and you want to be organic. If I don't see something that I relate to, and see, look, Lee's already responding over here. Like now I know she sees that I'm interacting with her. This is like the start, okay? And what's so cool about this is that, again, people, like if she's like, so what's Jen up to today? She'll come over here and be like, who knows? Maybe she'll hop on my webinar right now. I don't know, you know, but she's going to see what I do. She's going to see content. She's going to see that I'm doing videos. She's going to see that I have a very interactive page. You know, a following. She's going to see my crazy son who loves Parmesan cheese. So she's just going to see a bunch of different stuff. I want to make sure, you know, there's constantly good value on here for people. So it's important that when you're posting one piece of content a day, do it at the beginning of the day. I'm kind of guilty about not always doing this, but it's best to do it at the beginning of the day and make it be a really good piece of content, and then go out and accept your friend request. Because people, it's like handing out flyers to a party, right? You want to make sure there's something good and juicy going on your page before you start going out and you know, passing out flyers and letting people know, hey, what's going on? So you're going to basically, you know, now that I only have, I don't know, maybe 20 or so people here, I can do this in a day. I can just quickly come over, check out Emily, see what she's about. Oh, totally. Like I can already tell. Like you can tell when you go to someone's page, like, do you want to connect with this person or not? You know? What do you think, Cass?
It looks like it. She looks like.
But well, I mean, like you can always tell, right? Because people are always like, how do I know who to connect with? It's like, just look at their page. Like you can totally tell, is this someone that I would want to connect with? She posts regularly. You know, we only have 3 mutual friends, so that's sometimes a deal breaker for me. But because she is very interactive, she has kids, we're both moms, so we have that in common. Like, I'm down. I can totally, you know, so I'm just going to say, hey, Emily, guess what I'm going to say? Super awesome to meet you. Like, this is all I do. Or I'll send her a message, like whatever I feel like I'm up to doing, right? And a lot of times they'll come back to my page and be like, hey, Jen, super awesome to meet you too, right? And this is the start of accepting your friend requests. Once you clear it out, you know, go through it and delete the ones that you know right away you don't want to connect with because you can't pronounce their name or they're creepy guys or whatever. Just delete all those people and then go through and confirm the ones. Now be careful when you do this because you can only probably confirm, I don't know, Cassie, you might know. Like you probably would only want to do 20 at a time just to be safe.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll do anything if you confirm a whole bunch at once. But yeah, I wouldn't go overboard anyway. Just, you know, confirm a few at a time and I know whatever.
Diane did like 600 in a day at one point. She was like, this is ridiculous. So she just confirmed them all. I think she probably spread it out over the day, but just be careful, you know. I don't really know honestly about that part of it, but just be careful. Even if you just do a handful a day, even if you don't clean it out all the way, but you do this 20 a day where I mean, how long would it take you really I don't know. Why don't you time me, Cassie? I'm going to go look at Melanie.
Okay.
Melanie, I want to look. She has 7 mutual friends. She posted 5 hours ago. I'm kind of looking at her stuff. I don't really see any type of business. A mom, innocent seeker. I don't think we really have much in common. I can't really tell what she does, and there's not a lot of engagement going on here. Oh, there's some, but I don't think that we really have a lot in common. I don't know what she's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. How long was that?
Not even a minute.
Okay. So
like 30, 40 seconds.
Took 15, 20 minutes to accept your friend requests every day. Your audience will grow. 20, that's 600 new friends a month, people. You know what I'm saying?
So Lisa's asking, why is it good that you have loads of friends in common?
Good question. Because, okay, let me give you like a little analogy on this. Okay. Let's, most of us on here are ladies, I'm thinking, except for you, Dave, but you're awesome. So you'll still be able to relate to this. So, when we were in our prime, going out to the bars, right? If you saw a guy and he like winked at you, and you're either gonna do two things. You're gonna be like, oh, he's cute, like I'm down, or you're gonna be like, no, like you're gonna turn the other way. You're gonna send him a signal of some sort to either come toward you or to stay away. Sometimes when they're drunk, they still come towards you, and those are the spammy people, right? So, now if you, if a stranger comes up and just starts talking to you at the bar and starts asking you all these questions, you might get kind of annoyed. You're like, I don't even know this person. Why are they asking me this stuff? Why do they even want to talk to me? But if your friend shows up at the bar with a friend that you don't know, but she knows, you're going to have a conversation due to law of association. So just think about, how do you feel when people friend request you, but you have no mutual friends in common? You're just like, who's this person? Like, why are they friend requesting me? Like, I don't get it. And then you go to their page and it's just like this random person. You have nothing in common. You don't, they're not in your circle. They're not out there hustling. They're not out there networking. They're not out there doing the job. And you want to work with people who work, right? So the people that you have a lot of mutual friends in common with tells me they're connected. They're doing their job. They're getting out there and hustling and meeting people and getting they're active in our community in some way, shape, or form. I want to work with people that I don't have to babysit or hold their hand. So, and I'm not a network marketer, so I don't want to connect with people that aren't in the industry because it's just really painful. So it's like, to explain network marketing and to explain like making money online. Like, I don't want to do that. There's so many people that are in our industry that are struggling and need help, that I have enough people in our camp that I could work with. So does that make sense, Lisa? Does that help you? Perfect. So that's why I stick to the more the better too. And I'll show you another reason why. So Melanie, she's probably awesome. But this guy's right here, for all I know, Melanie could be in our industry, but guess what? Her content does not show me that. So I'm not going to connect with her. Like, her content doesn't tell me, like, she's connected. Like Debbie, I know, is in our industry. She's connected with some people. Kathy, I know these people, but I don't see her becoming a client or wanting to work with me anytime soon. Although this is a really hilarious video, I will say. I just saw that this morning. Bob Barker and Adam Sandler part 2 from Happy Gilmore. It's so funny. If you haven't watched that, you have to watch it.
Oh my God.
I know he's 91. He just had hip surgery, I guess. Wow. Side note. So yeah, Melanie is just, it's all good. I'm only looking for people that I know I can help. Like, I know, and it's not to say I don't want to have regular friends, but I mean, I build my business online. So I want to make room for as many people that I could either help or people that could help me. in some way, shape, or form. So we're constantly, in a flow. This girl, we have 76 mutual friends. I'm assuming she's probably part of My Lead System Pro because literally every friend of hers is in My Lead System Pro. So it's all good. So I'll go ahead and confirm her. You want to get good at learning to read the intro, Diva blogging expert, online biz coach. She's getting engagement. She's posting frequently. We have a lot of friends in common. I can see that she's putting out some videos and content and all that stuff. Sure, let's connect. I can't write on her wall, so I'm just going to shoot her a message. Hey, Michelle. Awesome. So nice to meet you. You can even get a wild hair and be like, look forward to learning more about you. And I'll even get another wild hair and be like, are you in the MLSP community? Because I'm not going to, I can pretty much assume that she is based off of her friends. And it's a white elephant in the room. I'm just going to ask her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind doing that because more than likely that's how we're connected because we're both in that community. So that's on accepting your friend requests. Take 15, 20 minutes a day. Well, first clean out your friends, take 15, 20 minutes a day. And then, as you're getting new friends to confirm them. So now the question is, how do you get these new friends coming towards you all the time? That's such a great question. You guys are so smart to ask that. So, let's see here. So what we want, this is where it's really important that leaders in your industry who hold the audience that you want to have. Okay. Let's just, for good old fashioned fun, go over to Ray Higdon. Now, Ray, I mean, he has a huge audience. Not necessarily the audience that I want to connect with, only because, a lot of what we do is similar. I'm an affiliate for his products. Well, I was. It's before he got rid of the affiliate program. But we still do have affiliate benefits being part of My Lead System Pro. So I think our audiences are almost too similar, but just for, this example, we all can relate to this. Now, Ray gets a lot of engagement. You just want to think of people in your space. If you're in health and wellness, and that's a really funny picture. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm not comfortable talking about the digital gangster. That's funny. So if you're in health and wellness, if you're in beauty, if you're in all that kind of stuff, think of the top leaders that hold your audience. Okay. Now, you may not have a lot of mutual friends in common with these people at first, but you have to start somewhere. So with Ray, I already know that he's going to have, let me find a different post actually, because that's Eric Green. I'm looking for posts that have a lot of engagement, like, that's Justice. 54. Let's see. Ray. Come on, Ray. Where's all your big stuff here? 144. 144 likes, right? So as you can see at the top, I have friends. Now, I'm going to give you like a ninja trick. These are your friends, okay? I guarantee you I have not talked to all of these friends in a very long time. Like Stacy I see, but certain people, they don't show up in my news feed. This guy doesn't, this person does, Sue, Jesse Jameson doesn't. So what you can do is you can hover, right click, open that link in a new tab, and really quick, just go reactivate your existing friend to you, right? I can, like, same thing with Jenny Sung. I don't know if I've talked to her. Todd Getz, haven't talked to him in a while. Anthony Vargas. And some of these people, I don't even know if I still want to be connected to them, right? So basically, my husband's here. I'm on a webinar. What's going on?
Oh, hi.
Hi. You need something?
Ruben really likes our floor.
Oh, good. We're getting new flooring today, you guys. It's super, super exciting because we've been living on concrete for like 2 weeks. So I can't wait to see it. So basically, okay, Jesse, by the way, is freaking bomb. If you want to learn ads, I mean, this guy, he's awesome. So now here's the thing. Jesse also, we have 132 mutual friends in common. I guarantee you Jesse has a killer audience, right? So you're going to start meeting people through people who hold audiences that you can tap into. And when I say tap into, you're just going to start following new people, okay? And for whatever reason, because I'm on a live webinar, it's not going to let me show, I don't know, these aren't, okay, I guess they're just thinking for some reason. So basically, these are just existing friends that I have. If I see a couple as I'm going through Ray's thing here, if I see some that I'm like, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while, let me go say what's up. You know, you can do that if you're wanting to reactivate new friends, okay? You can just come through here. I could find something. I'm not really seeing anything that I resonate with here, the Wind Down Wine Club. I already liked that. So I can't, there's not really nothing for me to do there. Jenny, local friends. And this is a good way too to clean out your friends. Like I see someone as you're going through this process that you're like, who's this person? Like who's your friend? I don't even know if I've ever talked to this guy before. So I can come over here and check it out and be like, do I even want to stay friends with this person? Because I guarantee you a lot of my friends, I didn't pre-qualify because I accepted their friend request years ago before I even knew what pre-qualifying was. So I probably have a lot of friends I could clean up. So that's one thing you could do. Just as if you go to a person's page where they have a lot of engagement, you click on who liked everything or who liked this post. You'll see your friends at the top. And if you want to reactivate them, just right click, open their page in a new tab and go like something or go message them or whatever you want to do. But what we're going to do to bring new friends towards you is we're going to scroll to the bottom. Okay. You're just going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Now, again, me and Ray have a lot of, like, we roll in the same crowd, right? So like this person, I'm going to hover and I'm going to follow. I'm going to hover and I'm going to follow. And I'm just looking, I'm not hovering and following over everybody. I'm looking for people that would have a mass following. Now, Lisa, I've already followed, but because she never came back, I'm going to unfollow. Because as Cassie has experienced, you can only follow 5,000 people, right, Cassie?
Yeah, and you need to be very careful that you don't get there because it's annoying to go and try unfollow everybody at the end, right? So keep
Cassie,
on top of that.
Yeah, so Cassie, this is how I unfollow people. When I'm going to follow new people and I've realized I've already followed them, but they haven't came back, or maybe they're sitting in my friend box, but I haven't accepted yet. I'm just going to unfollow them as I'm following you. I'm unfollowing and I'm following because I'm only looking for people who want to be connected to me. So I've already followed a lot of these people before. And, out of about 100 people that you follow, you'll get about 15 friend requests on average. So some people, though, they don't have a follow button. Wah, wah. You need a follow button. So real quick, does anybody on here not have their follow button activated? Bueller. If you don't, well, I'm just going to assume that someone watching this replay does not. So if you need to activate your follow button, I want to say you go to settings. I can never remember where that's at. Settings. You're going to drop down to settings, notifications, or I can never remember where it's at. It is it privacy? Who can see my stuff? Who can see your friends? Where is the follow button, Cass? Am I missing it?
It should be there. It'll be under settings, I believe. And timeline. No, not timeline. Is it?
Just text me.
Why am I know where this is at. Maybe it's the one that's under friends. Friends, edit privacy. Following. Who can see the people pages? Followers. Who can see your followers? Remember, the people you follow can see that you're following them. So turn this public, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, but no, I don't know if that activates your actual follow button. I thought there was something that said turn your follow. Maybe it's.
I feel like they moved it because I want to say it used to be here. Public posts. Who can follow? Okay, who can follow me? Okay, settings, public posts, people. Who can follow me? Put that to public. You want to make sure that's public. So that way you have a follow button. People can actually follow you. I can't, here, let me see, view as, there. Okay. So this is where your little follow button shows up. And did you guys know that you can view, you could view your profile as like an actual viewer versus, you know, being in your back office kind of dealio. Pretty cool. So you're just going to follow people. And then if you see that you've been following someone and they did not follow you back, then Peter, I'm unfollowing you because you don't want to follow me, then fine. I'm looking for people who want to connect with me. So why follow versus friend? Because you can only accept 5,000 friend requests. You can go to jail for doing too many friend requests at one time. And because as you can see, let me just go. I used to be a friender. Okay. I'm going to show you why. Because, where is it? Not all friends. I want to go to friend requests. No, not friend requests. There's like the people I may know, but then there's people I have friend requested. And they all just sit there because they don't accept their friend requests, right? So you end up filling up your friend request options so fast that, you know, then you got to go back and unfriend those people. And that's kind of, oh, here's who I'm following. And then, you know, all these people I've followed and they haven't followed me back yet, yo. So I could easily come in and be like, I'm going to unfollow you people because you're not following me back. You want to always be making room for new people. Now, there is certain people I follow, like Katie's awesome. I need to reactivate her actually because I haven't seen her stuff in a while. And she kind of holds my audience, guys. So I can come in here and be like, oh, Pamela, I'm already following. As you can tell, I do this a lot, okay? I do this every day. I'm just coming and finding people and following. And what starts to happen is you start getting friend requests, you know, from these people. This is how I have people sitting in my inbox that I have a lot of mutual friends with, okay? This is another cool feature, people that you may know, because Facebook is basically saying, hey, you might know these people because you have mutual friends in common. Like this guy, I don't. So let's remove him. We're going to remove this guy. This guy, Rodney, 112 mutual friends. So yeah, let's follow that dude. That's the easiest feature on your phone, by the way. Like if you look at your phone, go to Facebook from your phone, you can be out sitting at the doctor's office or wherever, click on the little world icon and scroll past your notifications. You're going to see people that you may know. And then just go remove the ones that you don't have mutual friends in common with. And then like this, I'm looking at one right now, Stephanie Sue. I can click on it. It takes me to her profile and I can follow. And then I close it out and then I go down the list. Like this is just like the easiest Like if I'm in bed and I just want to like follow people, or I wake up in the morning and I do it, it's the easiest way from your phone to follow people. But you want to get into the thread of people. If I go to my fan page, if you're following people there, you can go over to see pages feed right here. These are people that I follow. Now, certain people like Jim Rohn, I mean, yeah, he has 607 likes, but more than likely, I don't know how many people I'll find on here that I have a lot of mutual friends in common with, because it's just such a huge, he's such a huge name, you know. Now, My Lead System Pro, you know, that's a community that I'm a part of, and I know we'd all have a lot of mutual friends in common. Gary Vee, another, you know, big time person. So again, won't have a ton of mutual friends in common. But it doesn't mean you can't come in here and interact on this stuff and you know, you can, this is where you want to get social, because look, there's 50 comments. So, you know, you can come in here and just reply to stuff. You know, if you want to start, this is a big barbecue right here, guys. This is a big barbecue conversation where you can just come in and reply to people and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you're activating people you don't have a lot of mutual friends in common with, but more than likely these people are entrepreneurial because they're watching Gary Vee. John and Nadia, again, 67 likes. Okay. I have a lot of mutual friends with them. So, you know, Luis, I'm already following. So I just go in and I unfollow if he hasn't, because by now they've seen the notification. If they didn't follow me back, it's totally cool. I'm not looking for them. I'm looking for people looking for me, right? So does this make sense? Does anybody have questions on that? Y'all good? You guys are so quiet.
Lisa said, great stuff.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So that is the other thing that you want to do, is basically go in and follow people. Now, when you're on the home feed, you know, click on top stories. You want to make sure you're just interacting with people that are posting, that are already, you know, they're already in your feed. You want to keep them in your feed, and you want to keep in their feed. The way to do that is to just interact, you know. Brandon's plan to feed me until I burst, and my mom idea of, oh yeah, she's pregnant. So, I can post, I feel like you've been prego forever, right? You just want to get in their feed and be a part of what they're talking about, you know? I'm not looking to sell her something. I'm looking to build a relationship with her. And through this process, through putting out my content, I get messages. Kelly, you've been messaging me so much lately. And I love it. Like she's really relating to the content that I've been putting out. When you put out content that is just transparent, that's just you, that's just showing how you can help people, like people will respond. You know, people just, if you tug on heartstrings, it'll hit a chord with people sometimes, and they'll just reach out to you. This is how you'll attract more people to you. You know, if I put out, you know, hey, I just did a new freemium or a new giveaway on XYZ. If you want it, grab it here, you know. That stuff's cool to do. But also doing things like story posts, or, you know, showing off some social proof, or, you know, things like this, just so you know, like when you promote your webinars, all that kind of stuff, it's not going to get as much interaction as lifestyle. Like I just gave everybody, this was this week's episode of Johnson Manor Cribs, because our house is being redone. So I just like to have fun. And it's, you know, if you're pointing people to your blog posts, like even if you look at Ray, you know, Ray Higdon, who's the blogger of bloggers, guys. Okay, he's like the blogging king. That's what he's known for. This is, I don't think the right, no, that's his fan page. This is, look, he just posted that same video. Someone shared that on my wall. That's funny. This is me when I'm trying to typically do a webinar. There's like a kid always in the area. So let's find like Ray posts. Okay, so when Ray does videos, I mean, it's great to get on people's lives and be interactive. You know, because then you can be interacting with the people as they're saying stuff, all that kind of stuff. And then again, you can come through here and see who you can follow, right? Now, when I'm trying to find when he did a blog, he always posts his blog posts. Where is one? They don't get as much engagement, and here's why. You want to post them. Let's go fund me. I feel like he posts his blog posts like every day. Here we go. Look, it got 7 likes, right? 7 people liked his blog post. This doesn't prevent him from posting his blog post every single day, okay? He gets so much traffic to his blog because he's consistently promoting it. And the reason why it doesn't get a like or a comment is because people are clicking here to go to his blog. Like that's what, if anybody's going to do anything, they're not going to go, oh, I'm going to like it and I'm going to comment and then I'm going to go click on this. Like they just want to go get to the meat and potatoes of what he's talking about. So don't think there's certain things that you'll post that you'll get a lot of engagement in, and you won't get a lot of engagement and interaction on it. Same thing with my webinar. Like I posted my webinar. I'm not going to get any, like this was just like an hour before. I'm not going to get a ton of engagement here because people are going to go register. Like they're not going to come here. So there's certain posts that won't get the engagement. But what you want to do is you want to do something beforehand that did get a lot of engagement. So that way Facebook favors your next post, right? So for example, let's see, there was like these 2 posts here I did last week, or was it last week? I don't even know when it was. I think it was maybe this week. But 2 back to back that I did. I did a story post and that got 307 likes and 58 comments. Like this one lasted a long time. I did a post right after it that got 140 likes. So the more like, if you do something that you know will resonate with people, or like a lifestyle picture or something, you know, if you change your profile picture, okay, that always gets a lot of likes. Then go do some content because then Facebook favors your next post. If you post something that gets no engagement, your next post, Facebook's like, wah, wah, you didn't, your last post kind of tanked. So we're not really going to put your next one in. It's like they do this. It's like a reward system. That's how their algorithm works. So, you want to always be, you know, kind of strategic about how you're posting at the same time. So you're basically going to run through your news feed every day and then make sure you go to your personal page and the people that are interacting. I mean, after my live, right away, I go in and see what people are saying and I reply, you know, I'm interacting. Hey, James, Joe, how are you, buddy? You know, hey, Kelly, you know, I'll say, hey, Kelly. And you don't have to do all of them at one time. Like me coming in now and saying hi to Kelly is going to reactivate that into the news feed. So, you know, Annette was talking about the weather. Luis was supposed to jump on here. I don't know if he ever did. So I can come in and you're just gradually throughout going to go in and reply to this stuff. So that way it stays present in the news feed. So then you'll go and again, you want to be interacting with your people. You know, you want to get your threads popping. You want to get people interacting and get people, you know, making comments and all that kind of stuff. So lives are a great way to do that. Lots of interaction, you know, on lives. So, and then you want to go into your own when people like your stuff and make sure, like, you know, I can come here and make sure there's no, like, these people I'm not friends with, right? But they liked my stuff. So, you know, 12 mutual friends. I could easily just go start a conversation with him. Well, I can't because I can't message him. But actually, if you go to his page, you probably can. So I could shoot him a message. I could shoot Catrice a message. And then, you know, see if I want to, you know, take that to a friendship. Like at that point, if they're liking your stuff and I'm already following them and they're liking my stuff, then I'll be like, hey, let's connect so I can see your stuff too, right? Like, it only makes sense. Like, why would they not want me to see their stuff? This guy, I don't know who Paul is, and we have one mutual friend. So, and Hassan, we don't speak the same language. So I'm not going to connect with them, but you can always come in and see who you want to connect with. And then you can see who haven't you talked to in a while. Like, you know, from the people that are liking your stuff, you want to go reciprocate, right? So Andra, I haven't talked to her in a little while. So I can come over here and see what she's up to. This doesn't have to take all day, by the way. This is just stuff that you do throughout the nooks and crannies. Like, go do your blog post, go promote your blog post, come back and see what people are up to. You know, go write your email, send it out to your list, then go see what people are up to. Like, you don't have to spend hours doing this. Just set a clock for 15 minutes, you know? What do you think, Cass?
Agreed. Lisa is asking, how many people stay in your feed at any one time?
I don't know. It's all about how many you're interacting with and how many people that are interacting with you, you know, which is why it's good to reactivate your friends. If you notice, if you go find someone you haven't talked to in a while and then you start interacting, their stuff will just start to show up. So the more people you can interact with, the more that everybody's, you know, you'll get more people in your feed, from what I understand. Agreed, Cass?
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's probably the people who have the most weight on their posts. So the people that are getting the most engagement are the ones that are going to show up in your feed, right? So if you have like lots of friends or whatever in your newsfeed, right? Like, that's what's going to happen. So
yeah, Facebook favors heavy engagement. So in order for you to get heavy engagement, you have to give engagement, because Facebook is the only platform that understands human movement. So what you want, you have to give. That's how the algorithm works. So you know, while everybody's running around trying to figure out formulas and strategies and step-by-steps and how-tos, just go freaking meet people and like their stuff and comment and go put out some awesome content so they see it. And then as you're talking to them, invite them to your newsletter. Like, if you don't have a newsletter yet, that is like the main thing you want to focus on, is getting a newsletter, because I communicate with my people over there. I mean, I let them know what's going on, current events, what's new, what's changed, what I'm working on. If you want to come work with me, let's do it. You know, a lot of right now, I mean, I have some, you know, I have Tech Week coming up with Techademics, and I'm super excited about that. And my newsletter is going to be hearing about it for a little while, because it's just what I'm up to. But it doesn't mean I won't be giving them free stuff and you know, inviting them to webinars, and you still pour out the value in the content. But you know, if you're doing something, you should be excited about it and tell it to your people, you know? So that's really the basics of just what you should be doing every day. The content, that's how you meet people, and that's how you'll start to fill your friend request inbox with targeted people. And but make sure you're just choosing the people that my husband's at Subway. What kind of sandwich do I want?
A good one. Yeah. Tell him to bring me one too.
I'm like, I don't know. Let me think about this. I'll just do the Italian one. See, guys, you gotta just tell your husband to bring you lunch. So yeah, basically you just want to get very present. It's not about, you don't need to know people's blood type and have them give you a urine sample and know their life story right away. You just got to let them know you exist. you know, because there's people out there that are looking for you. They're like, I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this by myself, whatever it is. So you have to share how you know, your story, be relatable, be you, and put out some freaking awesome content that they'll relate to, and that will lead to the solutions and the products that you offer, you know? Exactly. Custom, and then you can crack the custom news feeds. Yeah, you can set up custom friend lists to follow them separately. Lisa Torres. Yes, you can set up. I don't do that as much anymore. I found it to be very time consuming. But I have a Mac and I use my bookmarks a lot, like for prospects, you know, potential clients, people that want one-on-one consulting or whatever they're looking for. I typically will move people into that group once I know they've already expressed an interest. But I like that idea, Alicia, because I know Lisa teaches that. I just couldn't keep up with it as much. It just got kind of time consuming, but you have to if that works for you, do it. You know, you can create custom lists and all that kind of stuff. You just got to do what works for you. For me, another thing Lisa taught that worked better for me was to just buy like a weekly calendar. I still haven't even taken the tag off of it. I'm awesome. Yeah, a weekly calendar. I've been using it. I just didn't take the tag off.
Sure.
It's filled, okay? It's filled. See, look, I have people on here. So the people I've set appointments with and the people I need to follow up with, I just write in this calendar. Like if I talk to someone, and then I'll just, you know, determine when I need to follow up with them or when they're getting started or whatever. So I know to follow up with those people. You know, we also, you know, for those of you in the My Lead System Pro community, we have the CRM software, which is awesome as well to keep up with people and remember, you know, what they're up to, what conversations you've had with them. When you start talking to a lot of people, that CRM comes in handy because you're like, oh crap, where did we leave off? And then you got to go like dig through the messenger on Facebook, and that takes forever. So getting into the habit of using that CRM, that's a whole nother story. You have to really you have to daily get yourself in that habit for sure. But that may work for some. The calendar may work for others. Creating lists online, digital. Maybe you're a digital person. You might be a more hands-on person. Just whatever works for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Just do. Don't think, well, Ray does it this way, and then, you know, so-and-so does it. Just do what works for you. You know, don't think about what they're doing anymore. You already know a lot of what you need to do. You guys are awesome. You already know you got to create content. You got to meet people. Hopefully these things that I showed you today are just going to make that a lot easier for you, right? So, oh, hey, Annette. And then, I was like, wait, what? Freebies? Do I have what?
No, like she gave us like freebies?
I have freebies. Here, what I can do is, let me see if I have it set up. I
thought I fell asleep for a second. I'm like, oh God, what did I miss?
I think I have this. I have my newest one, 44 social media posts ideas. So for those who want to, you know, just maybe you're running out of ideas, you're not sure what converts well or what's going to get good engagement or anything like that. I created 44 different ideas that will help you with that. So
that's a good idea.
So yeah, I just basically took posts that I've done, and some of, you know, it shows like the views and the comments, and, you know, some of them don't because there just wasn't enough room, or because they were on my fan page, and fan pages just don't really, I don't run ads or anything, so it doesn't really, certain ones get engagement, but like a lot of them too, If it's just like a blog post, I didn't put the engagement because, like I said, blog posts, they're going to click on the blog. They're not going to sit there and be commenting, but it's still a type of post that you want to be doing because it takes them where you want them to go. So I can, because I still have my crappy webinar software that I'm trying to live with, I can create a button. This has been a love-hate relationship with this webinar software, but I'm trying to live through it because they are updating this whole thing right now. So I'm trying to be patient. Like everything else in my life is being updated. Okay. I'm like telling our floor guy, you finish this today.
Poor guy.
My husband's like, don't put so much pressure on him. I'm like, I'm just kidding, kind of. Okay, so let me know if that's working. I created oh wait, I have to turn it on. Okay, so the button should be loading. There should be a button that shows up under offers or, right?
I don't know. Let's see. No offers available at this time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe now it's there. Save. No.
No.
See, I love this webinar software. It's so awesome. I'll tell you what. Maybe that works. But that doesn't hyperlink, huh?
No.
What the what? You don't gotta know it all. You just gotta know some of it. Okay, well, that says it. I want to, oh, wait. Now is it there?
It says offer title. Offer details are placed here. Button. Let me see.
So button number 1. Is it like, does it show 500 buttons?
Yeah, there's like 5 buttons.
Why don't they just show the one that I want it to show? There's not 5 offers. Sorry to disappoint. They're just the one. But if you go to my blog, I have like freemiums and stuff pretty much after all of my videos. I put like either like hop on my newsletter or here's a free something or other. So you can check out stuff there at meetjenjohnson.com. But this one is the 44 post ideas. And there is a another webinar on the inside of that as well is the download. So yo, Kelly, how's it going? So do you guys have any questions? Any final thoughts, Cassie Perversov?
No, but really focus on building your audience. Seriously. That's like the biggest thing that people don't do, and that's why they don't get very far. So really go out and meet a whole bunch of new people and like bring them back and give them a reason to want to stay and want to follow you. Like that's like so huge.
Social psychology. Marketing is psychology. That's all it is. Like focus more on people and understanding what makes them tick, and that will set you up. So you have 2 monkeys hanging over you. My monkey, nice. Mine aren't here. It's so nice to do a webinar and they're not like, mom. It is, I must say.
Oh yeah, it is quiet. It is quieter.
I mean, out there, it's super loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't think so. My door is closed. But I'm a hoarder in my room right now. I don't know if you guys want to see. I'll show you. Like, check out all these books right here. It's just some of them. Because we're just living in my bedroom. It's just crazy. There's like 4 of those piles like all over my room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's a good book you read on psychology? Okay. Good question, Lisa. So what's a good book you've read on the psychology of people? I'll be honest, I haven't. I have a book on psychology of people. I just haven't read it yet because I have a serious book buying problem. And then I'll buy a book. It's kind of like courses. Like you'll buy a course, you'll get through it, and then you see another one. You're like, oh, but I need this too. So I read multiple books at a time. But It's called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. So I'll type that. Influence. Psychology of Persuasion. I spelled persuasion wrong, but that's okay. Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. And it was on Amazon for a while, like when I bought it, because it was like, I don't know, it was like $10, but it went on sale for like $2. But either way, it's that would be the definite recommendation for that. It's on my list of reads. I actually own it, but I've not read it. So, but Diane recommended it. So there you go. Yeah, I still have, I posted about this one too. I haven't read it yet, but I bought it, but I have it. Steve Harvey's Jump. I don't know. I just read too many books at one time. I have a little ADD when it comes to reading. So I just read what I'm in the mood for. And right now I'm reading CEO, The Christian Entrepreneur's Outlook, which is really good for those of you that, you know, are spiritual and want to bring that in. Yeah, and some books, you know, are, yeah, Alicia, me too. Some books are just, if they're like strategy books, I'll jump to like, okay, let's get to the point here. Or, you know, or some books I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not in network marketing, so I don't want to read all that part. You know, I'll just read like what the meat and potatoes of what I want to get out of it. So yeah, always be reading, you know. So you guys are awesome. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sending out the replay for those of you that maybe had to hop off and hop on and all that stuff. But go out there and get social today. So that's your main goal. All right. Alrighty, kids. Have fun. Thanks, Cassie.
Alrighty.
Now I know it was more over the shoulder than usual, but it's great to know that you can actually come on here now because there were so many technical problems. So
I know. Yeah, we had problems last time.
Yeah, so now we figured it out. So thank you guys. You have an awesome, awesome weekend. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.